I know no alcohol. Okay, some of you saying they're done with vaping. Some of them saying I don't care how much they legalize it. I done with it. You know. Okay, and some of them saying I don't care how good they look. I celebrate for life. Right? All kind of resolutions being made, right?
Don't make already. Today the night to know.
Okay, so 2025 is a year to do different things. Okay, now in the same way that you have fundraisers and people telling you, oh, we up to 5,000, oh, we up to 6,000. When a petition come out, you have to have a weekly tally running. The bottom line is there are ways to make things happen in this territory. And talking about it on a talk show ain't the way. Okay? No. That sounds kind of funny because we done a talk show and we talking about it. Right? No, I don't mean engaging in conversation, constructive conversation. I mean calling a talk show to complain about everything that's wrong in your community when you have already told the people who are in office that they could assign somebody into the office to listen to the talk show to come back and tell them what they hear so they could sit down and laugh about it together. Okay? All right.
Well, you know what my assessment of that is, right? Some people use the talk show as an outlet.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A release valve.
I'm sure.
Because
And I rather them do that than road rage or other things that people in the States that do when they get upset. Well, go ahead.
Because it could get real vexing.
Mm-hmm.
It could get real vexing. Because for me, on my part, it can be real vexing. You know, especially, Wednesdays, second Wednesday of the month is the book club with Nina Garcia, right?
Yeah.
So
Public library.
at the Florence Williams Public Library,
Mm-hmm.
right? But this time around, the book club meeting was cancelled. Okay? Why the meeting was cancelled? There was a series of break-ins at the library.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Apparently, over the Christmas holidays, they broke in, and up until this past weekend, they broke in. Every time they break in, they seal up wherever, and they find another way in. They stole computers and other items out of the library. You know, so they had to cancel.
You got somebody ringing the phone here, so speed it up.
They had to cancel the book club meeting
Mm-hmm.
and close the library until further notice while the VIPD is working on whatever investigation.
All right. Can let's come back to the library 'cause I want to continue.
Uh,
Good morning, WSTX.
Yeah, Doggy.
Happy New Year, sir. It's been since last year. I mean, even talk to you.
Well, last year was 365 days ago.
My son.
Listen, I was here covered in snow in northwest Texas, and minding my business, I decided to turn in on the station. And I just heard Gerard say something that gave me a stinking headache.
Oh Lordy, B.
I heard it yesterday.
Oh Lordy.
That with the rehabilitation of the Florence Williams Library,
yes.
they put in so much equipment and computers and things, and the people them just went in there, they no camera, nothing, they just take them and walk out with them as their Christmas gift.
No camera,
This is madness.
no cameras, no alarm system, no kind of
Jesus
security
God Almighty.
monitorizations. I mean,
No, these kind of things makes you wonder if these things are not by design.
I need to borrow that tool that you have and go over to DPNR, the commissioner for DPNR,
Well,
and
Oh my
talk to
God.
him.
well, I think that the folks at DPNR library divisions gonna get a rude awakening. They're gonna get a rude awakening this year because
Uh,
they have been getting a pass for quite some time now.
uh-huh.
They really have. Okay,
Right?
but what is happening there is symptomatic of what's happening everywhere.
Throughout government.
Right. Okay. We
Uh-huh.
we can put together a commission to figure out how people could get raises, and then find the money to do those raises. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
don't get me wrong. Me begrudge nobody making their money. I'm not talking about it like that.
Well said,
I'm
right?
talking about it in a simple context that you're supposed to be providing a service, and how well you provide that service should influence how you are rewarded for that
Of course.
service.
Thank you.
Simply put,
Thank you.
I don't think they should be in the business of rewarding incompetence.
But, you know,
Well, I heard somebody calling to, was it to, who was on yesterday? I think it was to Mary, yes, on my head show, and justifying why a government head should take money because you ain't paying them enough. Not paying you enough?
well,
My
no,
God.
but
Doggy,
see, that's a distraction. You're falling into the trap. You're falling into the trap. The talk trap. Okay?
Uh,
And you see, the thing of it is that nobody is, as far as I'm concerned, is saying that somebody who does a fair day's work shouldn't get a fair day's pay. I don't think, and I'm putting it on that level because whether it's leaders or anybody else,
Yeah.
but you have to look at the performance, the service performance. And what Jared just said now about incompetence, that's another thing that is one of them things that's like herring in the hound dog knows he can't follow a scent no more. Because as soon as they hear the word corruption, they go wild. We got some
Yeah.
hard working, honest people in our government. They
And we
just
do, and we do. Yeah.
very often they're just not the people who are in charge of the accountability issue.
Well, I know that.
Okay.
And sometimes more than that, Dougie, they bring to department heads what they're doing is wrong, but then they put in a corner to say that I'm fence through.
Well, and to be fair, right? To be fair, we had that despicable situation in St. Thomas,
Mm.
okay, of abuse, okay.
Yeah, well,
No.
it's abuse.
But I'm saying that, okay. But when the system gets so rotten that good people won't talk up because they know how the system does work. Just like the blue line.
Yep.
You could see things as wrong, but if you speak up,
Yeah.
and we have to change we have to somehow change the culture.
Like the employee that was holding back the monies in St. Thomas from Vitran.
Yeah, we got to change the
And then
culture.
they retire, and that's when they find out about it.
Well, Dougie, I don't know. The thing is this: if you have the same players that are not only in majority, but dominantly so, for 60 years throughout all three branches, how and who is going to make the change?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Well, first of all, move back and register to vote here, and you're going to be part of the change we want to see. Okay? But seriously speaking, though, seriously speaking, that was.
They can't find rockstone to throw at me, so they don't throw it snowball.
but seriously, we started
Lucky
off talking
Lucky
about
Young ain't Hill.
2025. We started off talking about 2025
Yeah.
and how to make a difference, be on talk, okay?
Mm.
And it means that there has to be a new strategy because clearly the same thing ain't working,
Mm.
okay? So, Mr. Nebbs, when
Yes,
you know
sir.
that 5,000 to 6,000 votes, determines who gonna be a senator,
Yes,
right?
right.
In your and my lifetime, we have never seen a petition articulate the things that we all agree on and put an ultimatum to it with 5 or 6,000 votes, much less 10, 12,000 votes. Now,
Exactly.
you think about that. If you
Right.
put together a petition that from the time they see the printed name, the signed name, and the date from which they registered to vote, okay?
Mhm.
And you hand a copy of that petition to anybody in the legislature, as a commissioner, because they know their job depends on who going to be in there, and those who are seeking higher office, the majority of which are coming from either commissionerships, Senate, or incumbent in government house, right?
Right, right.
When you show them 10, 12,000 votes on something we all agree on
Mhm.
must be done, or else none of these
Right.
votes come into you, things will
Right.
happen.
And I agree.
Okay, so now, either here barking, making noise,
Mhm.
you know? Either here barking, making noise, so people want to see whether or not I bite.
Yeah.
Okay?
So then you ring them a bite then.
Okay, so it's time. We gonna let them stick their hand. Like, don't come to Gerard yard now and stick your hand in the yard. You know, he got a little dog there that'll smell you this nice looking friendly thing, tail wagging, and you stick your hand, and then next thing you come back, your hand gone.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
all right.
okay, let me go by saying this.
Uh-huh.
I continue to be told, maybe asked, maybe both, why you stay stateside and helping to send the feds down on us. And I simply said, because you're doing wrong, and the local authorities ain't going to do nothing about it. Look
Well-
at your commissioner of police.
Well, look.
Public is he in
Well-
one thing after another, his name called him here, there, and everywhere.
Well, let me give an example, right? Let me give an example. Let me give an example along the same lines. They talk about the same library that get broken. Now they gotta take money to fix up the place, and now they realize they gotta take money for buying cameras. But you know what?
Oh,
From
Lord.
the time they move people with disabilities in there, they ain't put in a self-opening door. Okay?
So,
They ain't figure out how they're gonna make a little bathroom annex so that the people with a disability don't have to go upstairs, which is not what they should be doing in terms of
Right.
having a disability in the first place, and two, in the case of emergency.
but how could they be violating the very same ADA Act that they're supposed to uphold?
But
They
as-
violate.
Brother,
Because
as long
they
as
feel that it does not, they don't fall under that category.
Who says that?
Listen, I have heard a former ADA coordinator say, that don't happen here.
Oh,
well, let me
okay.
let me just throw out something there, right?
Yeah.
I use a word all you call culture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Now, some
And-
people
and
have
the-
take culture to be different, but you go ahead.
And the culture is one in which persons with disability aren't really persons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
They're not really persons when you stop and you think about it. Pedestrians aren't
Right.
persons. Do we have sidewalks? Do we have adequate sidewalks? Do we have any attempt to have proper sidewalks? I could show you a place here where you drive from Cyan Farm stoplight to go over by Hess Road. And any school there, you could find children walking that road, and there's no sidewalk. The children walking in the road. What is it going to take for one of them to get knocked down and killed?
I could show you one better in Cruz Bay, St. John, where they allow some white folks to set up sidewalk, cafe, and you got to walk in the street, the little small street.
Well, let me tell you, right? Sometimes things is just so that they can't help but do the right thing. Over on St. Croix and the in Rostop Twist side. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, driving by Rostop Twist side, and there's this part where you drive and there's this wooden wall that goes up and it says private property.
Yes.
Right? It had a piece of land maybe 10 to 15 feet wide, and they started to build there.
Oh.
Okay? And you know, well, maybe you don't know, but anybody who know that area know that 10 to 15 feet is the tide on any given day.
But I know the area, though.
Right.
Yes.
So what these people going to plan to do is to put a foundation and concrete go up high, so the house going to be elevated.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, where they're really looking to build, for all practical purposes, is the beach. Okay, so you have a roundabout way of taking the beach and using it as your private place to build a house, because once upon a time it may have been away from the water long enough to somebody to say, well, it's land here I could build.
Yeah.
But that's not the case anymore, and with global warming, for sure, it's not going to be the case. And when you drive Rostop Twist, the other side of the road is mangrove, because historically the water that always go over to the other side.
Right. Well, you know,
Okay?
they have become beachfront properties.
But let me tell you the irony of it, right? The irony of it. In the middle of the hearing for the land and water use plan,
Yeah.
the issue came up. So I believe that a cease and desist was issued, or whatever permit was given was rescinded.
Right.
But the reality is now we have to be vigilant, because somebody gonna try and pass legislation, okay? Or somebody gonna give a permit and look away long enough for something to get built.
Well,
Right?
you know, this is
Well,
why
let
we
me ask you a
continue to say
question.
that zoning need to be stopped.
Well, you know,
when has it been down to the pool in Frederickson?
I ain't been there years.
well, before we
Okay.
make that jump, I need to bring him up to date.
Yeah.
Mr. Nibs,
Yes.
get your grandchildren, nieces, or whoever, right,
Uh-huh.
and go online to DPNR site
Okay.
and get a copy of what was passed by the legislature as our new land and water use plan.
Yes, I have skimmed it. I haven't read
Okay,
it.
no,
yet, but I
I'm just
have.
saying, and that's not to complain it to anything. I'm saying
Right.
that we have to act from a position of knowledge.
Well, true, that's
and
true.
you know, because one of the things that happened with this commission that gave the raise is the legislation was passed, the commission was put in place, quickly manned. You know, a thing like all of these other commission and things that somehow can't get nobody appointed to them. Okay? All right? But this was all done in front of everybody's face. It wasn't done
In
behind
broad
closed
daylight.
doors. But
In broad daylight.
but a lot of people don't know about this commission, how it's formed, how it works, or anything, but they know somebody getting more money, and that's the basis for their complaint. You can't operate like that
Well,
and be effective. you
some
know?
of our white senators pretend that they didn't know about it either.
Well, you know,
Anyway, let me go by saying this.
All
Sometimes
right.
we have to be careful what we ask for. Some
Ah.
people continue to tell me, why you all don't stop saying that there's corruption there? Why don't you take them to court. Well, we have done that, my dear, and that's why the cases are now being heard in the 6th or 5th district of New York. Not locally, because then it wasn't going to move off a point. So we have to try them outside.
Well,
so thank you for telling me that. Why you don't take us to court? And we have. Now, did you see the big headline there with it? What it says, Martinez, O'Neill, and White. Does not sound like a glorified or prestigious law firm.
Yes, it does.
well, that's all I got to say.
That's all you got to say. All right. Okay,
Right.
good hearing from you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Same to you and yours.
All right, take care.
All right, what I was telling you, when you going out to the pool, you know, they have some apartments after you pass Sandcastle,
Yeah,
heading south.
right.
Right after the apartments, you know, people used to camp out.
Yeah.
Okay, right directly after the apartments,
Mm-hmm.
somebody was building a foundation right there in the sea.
Well, brother, I know that there's building going on there. What I saw was not in the sea. But I'm just saying to you.
Well, when we went,
Let me finish, no,
Wait,
man.
hold on.
No, but I'm trying to respond to what you just said. I'll have to walk the beach to understand what's happening on the beach side. I'm not saying that something wasn't attempted down on the sea. Now, let me just, if you know, the courts are very important in all of this. You know, okay, going to court. You're going to court, and if I'm gonna let you finish, and then we come back, and I'm gonna close out the part with the court. Okay, so go ahead.
well, someone called the senator that I used to work for, and I went down with the senator to visit the site. And when we walk up there, the foundation was partially in the sea, submerged in the water.
Okay. Well, then, okay, that clarifies that. I'm just saying that I passed by there the other day, and I was just driving by, so I wouldn't have seen that. Okay? Now, we have a bigger issue that the people of the Virgin Islands needs to be aware of. You know, once upon a time, the Virgin Islands had representation in the Third Circuit Appeals Court. Okay? And we need to get some representation back there. See, the problem is that we have laws and customs and traditions and things here that people in those courts may not understand and may not appreciate. Our whole concept of the beach belonging to the people, okay, will be more than likely be brought to the courts. So you go through the district court and they appeal. When you go from the district court, they go to the Third Circuit. Okay? And if the Third Circuit decide that that type of law is unconstitutional, okay? Then where are we? All right? And I say that there are lots of reasons and arguments and justifications where it is in compliance with the Constitution and the right of the state, or in this case, the territory. Right? And we need to be researching and preparing, because that is the next step coming. Right? If you watch the trend and what the incoming administration in the U.S. has promised, one of the things that if you leave it to them, throwing mercury in the sea is okay. You know, in other words, pull back everything and just let capitalism or whatever ism or whatever nonism run wild. Okay? So, I'm just saying, we get quiet and comfortable. We come out for the big rah-rah thing, like when they were complaining about the stones stopping people from parking
Right.
and everything else. But if I am not mistaken, that was taken to district court. So the next thing now is, will it end up at the Third Circuit, right? Now, you have some very interesting developments going on here on St. Croix. St. Croix land all of a sudden is very attractive. From the time folks came down here in 2017 to help us recover from the hurricane, okay, a lot of folks come and they saw, and they like what they saw, okay, and they putting their resources together to make it a permanent saw. Okay? Now, hey, it's a free country and definitely, whatever. I'm not trying to dissuade or discourage them. But sometimes the problem is that they come and they want to redefine the place in the context of where they came from or some other place that they've been to. And to the detriment of everything that makes this place, in the positive sense, most positive sense, what it is, right? So there's a lot that's going on, and I'm happy for investors and so forth and so on, but the character of the place is something that we have to keep a vigilant eye out on. Anyhow, so much for that. That's what I wanted to say about court. Because you can't wait for the question to be asked and the issue to be posed and nobody have an answer. Okay? Nobody have an answer. So anyhow, we will see where these things are going to go. It's a new year, 2025. And Jared has made about 20 or more resolutions.
Really?
So we'll see how he fares over the course of the year.
You know something I don't know?
Okay, so what I would like to do first of all is delve into the community calendar a little bit and what's going on, and then we can come back to a few other things. What do you say? Think we got a minute for that?
A minute for...
The community calendar.
Yeah, man, you got about 45 minutes for that.
45 minutes? Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're not going to use up all 45 minutes for that. But I just talked about the place and what makes it unique. And in that context, I have a song that I need to play for the new year and let them know that they could start sending me a paycheck again, even if it have 00 and, 0.00 on it. It's appreciated that we are thought of as having value, because 0 is a number, right?
Are you talking massage?
Huh?
Talking massage?
Oh, Lordy B. Anyhow, my boy Sarge, all right, thinking about you. Love this music. You and all them musicians who make this thing a reality. And I don't hear it enough, I saw somebody saying that when we have the village, they should have nothing but local DJs and there. And I understand where they're coming from, because if you gotta start with somebody who at least know your music and gonna play your music too, not exclusively, but your music too. I went to a function where, and this was a general public function, and the only music they played was Latin music. The only music they played all night long. And I'm saying, but wait a minute. Even if you play a Stanley version on one of them or something, okay? I love Latin music like I love country music, like I love jazz, and that kind of thing. But it's like sometimes when all you get is one thing, it kind of become kind of monotonous, especially when we have so much to choose from within our own cultural diaspora.
Yeah, that's the thing some DJs do.
Well, this was more than DJ. I think this was a directive from above. I don't know why, because in the same way, if they were someplace where they heard everything except, okay, they might take a front. Well, don't become the very thing that you don't like. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. But anyhow, let me get in good standing with Sarge here. Okay, there we go.
Don't forget our great mass makers, Psycho and Anita Christian, Magnus Holiday, Helen Joseph Dwight Anderson, Susie Buddy Peterson, Sylvia Florence Bailey, Thomas one man. Stick it up. Rudy Shelterbrand. Ohalo Williams. Blinky. James D. Joe Paris. Elrod Simmons. Lloyd Prophet. Archie Thomas. King Derby. Wesley Thomas. Milo. Stanley. The Great Chanel. Leona Watson. Miss Harris. Willie White. Beryl Francis. Ethel McIntosh. And many more. Too numerous to mention. Brownie. We thank you. Good thing.
Yes, sir, right. Okay. Yeah, folks. Look like we had a cable here decide that to go down south and us it. But quick thinking and move. And we did what we had to do. So let's take a look here at what's going on with our community calendar events style here. Okay. So 2024 is behind us now. All right. So let's keep right on moving here because a couple of things I want to announce. One, we're going to probably be taking a little break here from this show, depending on how everything works out. As we prep up some things coming for you, one of the things that I want to do is to have a very talented young lady, Caraba Molloy, and she has her own law firm, but what is particular that for me is that she is specializing in probate services. Okay?
Caribou.
Okay? And probate is a big pain in the butt for a lot of people. A lot of people. But you know, you need help to navigate it, number one, but you also need help to become educated as to how to avoid that obstacle course. And it's muy importante because we have so many situations arising where people cannot do what they need to do with their property because of impediments facing them because of probate. I mean, it could be so clear in paper how things are supposed to go, but if it's not the right paper and the right documents put together the right way, it can become very treacherous. But that aside, I am interested to have her come in and to share with the community what she does and also whatever little tips and tricks that she can help you with so that you have an idea of even more so why you should consult with someone who knows. Okay? So I saw her a while back, and I talked with her a little bit and extended the invitation. So now we just have to figure out what would be the good time and place, whether it's going to be in the studio or out of the studio, however. But this is important information. There's so many properties that people that are being impacted adversely because we have the issue of probate. Now, there's another side to probate. There's another side to probate, and that is judges to handle it. You know, at one point in time, it seems like we were going to have judges to deal with probate, and then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of other things were thrown on those judges' plates, and other things that happened or other things alleged to be happening. But the bottom line is that probate is like a rear wheel drive car in mud, you know, or a front wheel drive car in mud. You ain't going nowhere. You need not just four wheel drive, you need low range. And if it means that you got to get the right attorneys, that's one thing. But the attorneys, when they have a case, they got to have a judge to take it to. And got to have a judge that ain't got so much on their plate that it's going to take years for them to get around to it. Okay? So anyhow, just in terms of things hopefully to look forward to. All right? Now, speaking in terms of looking forward to, there are a lot of things coming up this very weekend. Okay? One of which is the art show, which is going to be at Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts. And, of course, the Artists Guild of St. Croix puts on the art show. And that is going to start on January 11th, and it's going to run through the February 1st, okay? Now, the opening night, January 11th, they have an event there from 4 to 7. I believe that there's a donation at the door. But they're going to have an event there from 4 to 7 p.m. And don't take my word on anything, you know. Just give them a call or go to their website and find out what's happening at Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts. Okay? The plan is we're going to have live music, cash bar, appetizers, all that good stuff. Check it out. Its opening night is January 11th. That's this coming Saturday. All right. All right. I see that the folks here at Leatherback Brewing are inviting you to a Wicked movie night.
A wicked movie night.
Wicked movie night. That's I put it that way. Okay, that's not them. A Wicked movie night. Okay? Now, that is this Saturday again, January 11th. And they're inviting you to bring your beach chairs, blankets to enjoy this blockbuster movie named Wicked. All right?
Where is this?
Huh?
Where is this?
Where is this happening?
Mm-hmm.
This is happening at Leatherback Brewery.
Oh, in the industrial park?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, there's this lady with green skin, and she's misunderstood because of her green skin. Okay? And another young lady forges an unlikely but profound relationship with another one, and, you know, as it takes off from there.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say anything more about it, because if you haven't heard about the movie named Wicked, I suggest you get up to speed. It is very, very popular in terms of being put forward for all kinds of awards and all kinds of other good stuff. Mm-hmm. So you could have a great family movie night Saturday, January 11th at 6:30 p.m. at Leatherback Brewery. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I think I'm gonna venture over there.
Okay. All right. Now, and I wanted to mention those two things, but there's one that I missed, which is that at Caribbean Community Theater. Okay, I thought I had that one in here, but even if I don't have it in here, I have it in my brain, and we'll talk about it. Okay, which is coming up this weekend and the next weekend at Caribbean Community Theater. All right, and let me just pull it up here, because I know of it and I really, really wanted to talk about it. Okay? And Yes. The name of the play that's going to be coming up at Caribbean Community Theater is For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow is Enough. All right? It's a Korea poem by, and I hope I say this right, Nozaki Shange. If I didn't say it right, somebody who knows better than me is invited to call and correct me in my pronunciation. Okay? No pride here. I'll take correction. Okay? Just as long as they ain't with that tool that Jared want to use. Okay? All right. Okay? Anything but that. But anyhow,
That's the best tool.
they're going to have 6 show dates Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, folks. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday, show starts 8 p.m. Sunday, it's a 4 in the afternoon matinee. And a lot of people like the 4 o'clock matinee because it may be dark when they come out, but it's not as dark. Okay? If you go to the 8 o'clock one, it definitely going to be darker.
It'll be dark when you go in.
Oh, when you go in, much less it's going to be darker when you come out. Okay.
It don't matter for me, dark all the time.
All right. So, folks, at Caribbean Community Theater, for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough. All right? And, yeah. And I would say, I listen to the name and everything else, but if it's an inspiration to anybody else not to go down that road, okay, then everybody should go and see it for sure, okay, because we don't want to be losing our people to suicide, okay, so it's just one of those things. Okay. Now, in the parade, you have judges, and because you have judges, it also means you're going to have winners. So I'd just like to make not so quick mention of various classes and winners. You had troop, which is people marching under the age of 50. And the winner is Calypso Festival Troupe. Calypso is the winner for the Calypso Festival Troupe is John H. Woodson Junior High School, and the second runner-up is Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts. All right. Now, it's interesting because this is a troupe for people marching under the age of 50. All right? So we know that John H. Woodson and Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts we had some young people there that was kicking butts. God, the people who were older than them out there in troop, you know, they just blow them away. All right? Okay. Anyhow, I said it like that, hoping to see my phone light up. Somebody I was talking to. Anyhow, it's ain't about age, folks. It's really not about age. It's about the size of the truth. I do these things is make sure that people are awake and ain't sleeping, but it look like that person I was talking to still sleeping. Anyhow, under the number of 50 in the troop. Okay? All right.
But they know a number to call?
Hmm?
They know a number
Tell
to
them. Tell them. Tell them, please.
773-0390. 773-0490. Of course, you know you're in the VI, so the area code is 340.
All right. And, you know, I would rather you tell them the phone number because they might decide that they know somebody in their family that have a tool like yours and come down here to correct me. So,
Well, you can take that by yourself.
Yeah, by myself.
Yeah.
No, sir, I gonna put you in front of me
Uh-uh.
or behind, whichever way the lick coming from.
No.
Anyhow,
no.
but let's move on. We got quite a bit here we want to go through. The Calypso Festival troupe. All right, for with participants of under 50 is John H. Woodson and junior high school, and second runner-up was Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts. Troop of people marching between the amount of 51 and 99. We've got the winner, Juanita Gardine Elementary School. So far we got the Calypso Festival Troop winning, then first runner-up, John Woodson, and second runner-up, Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts. For those, for that size troop, that's under 50 people, and now for over 51 to 99, we got Juanita Gardine Elementary School taking it home, and the first runner-up was Ricardo Richards Elementary School. You know. Anyhow, folks, you gotta stay awake, you know. Because if I go run these things around you like that and you're snoozing, okay? More important things are at risk. All right. Majorettes. The winner, Sparklight Twirlers. All right. First runner-up was St. Croix Majorettes. Hey, I have a younger sister that was in the St. Croix Majorettes, and my brother was in there at the time when they had a little marching band. Mm-hmm. Them was the days. Sparkle Light Twirlers, yeah. I remember you. Hope you remember me too. In good ways, yeah. I once was involved with sponsoring them. Okay. And Mocha Jumbies, winner, Ambassadors of Culture, Steel Pan, Rising Stars Steel Orchestra. Okay, now some of these categories, as for all practical purposes, I'm not aware that they had any competition in the Mocha Jumbies or in the Steel Orchestra, which is not a complaint and it's not a negative. It's just saying that we've gone from the days when you had 4 or 5 steel band in the parade to only having one, which means that we need to redouble our efforts in terms of our community organizations that are making these type of outlets available to our young people, keeping them positively and creatively engaged. That's where I'm coming from. Okay, in the adult parade, troop under 50, winner was Sanctuary. First runner-up, Gallows Barians. Oh my, Gallows Barians. You know, when you pronounce that, it have an R in it, right?
What's that?
Gallows Barians.
Galverians?
Yeah. It's not spelled with an R, but it have an R in the way they say it. Yeah, with Gallows Barians, you know. Okay. Anyhow, the first runner-up, winner was Sanctuary. First runner-up was Gallows Barians, and the second runner-up was Vio/Cruise and Rum. Okay. And the troop for size 51 to 99 folks was, the winner was 10 Sleepless Nights, and the first runner-up was Opulence Mass USVI. And then they had a troop for 100 to 499 people, and Lordy B, the winner was Regal Dynasty. Then you had a float, a combination of a troop and a float. Okay, and the troop after having 100 to 300 people. And the winner of that was Gentlemen of Jones. Okay, and then I know somebody tell me to see you out there.
No, next year.
Next year? Okay.
Next year I'm gonna be in it.
Gentlemen of Jones, I hear that one, right? Okay.
Next year I'm gonna join them next year.
Okay. The individual winners, we had Phoenix Queen of the Band, and Moko Jumbies, Guardians of Culture, and first runner-up, the All-Star Moko Jumbies. Okay, we're doing better on the adult level. Hey, I just love to see when we have so many folks that we could have first, second, and third runner-up, because it then means that we having those outlets available in our community for people to be involved. Okay, and Steel Pan, the winner was Rising Stars Steel Orchestra. Again, I look forward to seeing the community resources get put into making sure we could have more representation, which means more opportunity to more of our young people.
They need to bring back Ebonites.
Ebonites. I got a poster with the Ebonites, you know, coming down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a poster. That's a collector's item now.
Look
It's in a frame and everything. That's a collector's item.
Look good, see if you see me in it.
Oh, yeah? Okay, I'm going to show it to you so you could tell me what you look like back then.
You got jokes this year, eh? Yeah, that's a
It's
joke.
2025. I got to come with something, brother.
Yeah, that's a jokes,
I
man.
got to come with something. Anyhow, the Crucian Christmas Festival Road March winner was Black Empire with Fling It Up. What they were flinging up?
Me, you know. Me,
You
you
know?
hear the song.
You know what they were flinging up? Okay. All right.
I gotta look for that song there.
Fling it up?
Yeah.
Okay. I really should have been there to see what it is they were flinging up. Okay. All right. Anyhow, I just wanted to cover those things. So that's the gist of what I want to do with those folks. WSTX AM 970 is your community-minded station, and they need your support. They may need it now more than ever. Okay, they need your support now.
Don't forget, you gotta do my duty too.
Yeah, we come into that. We come into that in a second here. I just want to really say that it's been a very interesting year, meaning 2024, and 2025 is upon us, and we're going to have some very interesting challenges. That's the best way that I can put it. Okay? Not sure, unless Jared going to come in and run the show for me next Thursday, that we're going to be in studio, but let me see, maybe we're going to do an out of studio thing. What you say, Jared?
But I can't see, I can't find my way.
Is that so?
Yeah, you gotta help me up this. You forget it. You help me up the stairs.
Hey, folks, let me tell you something, right? This man does exaggerate, you know. This man does exaggerate, so don't take it on, right?
But Doug, you don't help me.
If I don't help you,
Yeah.
maybe by opening up a door or something like that. But this man's so independent, my son afraid to touch it, to say, hey, come, follow me, let me take your arm or anything else. But now, I know the secret.
What?
I know the secret is to get a young lady to offer your arm and help you and thing, whatever, quick, submit. Boom, just like that.
Well,
No argument.
me won't hold on to no man.
So, that's what I'm saying.
Wrong with you.
Me pretty enough. So, yeah,
What thing is?
all right. Well, I may not know what your is, but I know what it thinks you're for. So let me tell people what it thinks that you are for.
Do you or someone you know have combined hearing and vision loss? I Can Connect. A program that provides free training and communication equipment, including smartphones and computers, to individuals with significant combined hearing and vision loss who meet income guidelines. Call 340-692-4267. That's 340-692-4267 to learn more about the program's guidelines, refer someone you know, or to apply for the program. have combined hearing and vision loss? I Can Connect is a national program that provides free training and communication equipment, including smartphones and computers, to individuals with significant combined hearing and vision loss who meet income guidelines. Call 340-692-4267. That's 340-692-4267 to learn more about the program's guidelines, refer someone you know, or to apply for the program.
And if you're listening to that commercial and you're away, you're off island, whether you're in Texas, Florida, wherever you're at, you can go online on icanconnect.org and apply. You can see which organization in your state that covers that program, and you can get the services up there.
That's right, folks. That's right. And you think about it now. You have a loved one or a friend who can benefit from having an iPhone or iPad or some other related device that can assist them, okay, in keeping in touch, communicating, and, you know, otherwise having a better quality of life.
Yes.
It's important that you know about these things and take advantage of them.
Yeah, I have a client that I deal with, and he is so ecstatic for having his phone because he keeps in touch with his family down via WhatsApp,
Mm-hmm.
and he every day he gotta come get his phone updated, to the latest iOS, because if your phone is outdated, your apps don't work, so you gotta come and get it, updated, so he can call his family on WhatsApp wherever they are, but that's how he's connected. He gotta have his WhatsApp, and he's happy with his iPhone.
All right. Well, for those who are watching the stream on WSTX or on Douglas Canton YouTube, all right, let's play that just one more time, okay? One more time, because it's definitely worth our folks to know about and take advantage.
Do you or someone you know have combined hearing and vision loss? I Can Connect is a national program that provides free training and communication equipment, including smartphones and computers, to individuals with significant combined hearing and vision loss who meet income guidelines. Call 340-692-4267. That's 340-692-4267 to learn more about the program's guidelines, refer someone you know, or to apply for the program.
Folks.
And you can also call that number if you have a need for a mobility device. When I say a mobility device, a cane, a walker, a wheelchair. If you just got in an accident, just got out of the hospital, and need a cane, a walker, a wheelchair, your insurance hasn't kicked in yet, you need it temporary, call that number, 340-692-4267. If you need a shower chair and can't afford one, also call that number, 340-692-4267. Once you meet the income guidelines, you can get a shower chair for free. So VIU said is helping the community, especially the disabled and senior community, to live their best life.
All right. Well, folks, you may have an assistive device in your home that you do not need, like, let's say, a wheelchair, and that wheelchair could become part of the stock that the folks of VIU said have to be able to share with the community. Now think about it. Usually, I shouldn't say usually, often it may be that someone in the family needed a wheelchair or some other assistive device that that person is now healed and no longer needs it, or they have passed on and it is there. And I say this because, Jared, the other day I went to the dump, okay? And I had to become a trash can digger, okay? I just had to become a trash can digger. Jared, I went there, go throw in my trash, and I look in the dumpster, and I see a walker, okay? A walker that otherwise is in good condition, but you could tell it's faded, like it was put away someplace for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Whether inside or outside, it was just put away, put aside for the longest while. And I had to become a trash can digger and go in and get it. Okay? Now, as things would work out, right? As things would work out. Shout out to all the caregivers out there, first of all. Okay? As things would work out, here I am. Mommy come to visit. Okay? Mommy does use a walker. So now we have the walker and the car ready to go. And usually when you get out of the car, you have to take out the walker. I mean, in the yard where I am. But now, as they get out the car, they have the walker. So we have one for the road and one for the yard. Okay? Now, if I were to find myself knowing somebody that need that walker more, I'll give them that walker and take the one out of the car whenever I needed to take it out of the car.
Right.
In that context. But, folks, I know you've heard the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Okay? And all I'm saying is that there are a lot of things that are being thrown away, not because they're defective, useless, or otherwise non-functional. But just I don't need it no more. I got a new one. I get this for Christmas, so let me throw that one in the trash. If one of those things is an assistive device, know that we have an organization called VIU said that will gladly take it off your hands and make it available to someone who may be in need of that device. Right? And I'm just saying, just Doug, with the fast self. I know you're dead about. What were you trying to tell me what to do with my property and this, that, and the other? Don't take it like that, man. Don't take it like that. I didn't mean it like that, okay? I'm just saying in terms of, that saying that's larger than the Bible of, love thy neighbor. And then you also have, it takes a village, whether it is raising a child, and if you want to think of it and be smarty like some people and say, well, that's for children. You say, well, just remember, once a man or woman and twice a child. Okay? So you never know how these things is going to come full circle.
Right. And the key thing to remember is we don't do pickups. We have no way to pick it up. So if you have a way to drop it off and it is in very good condition, we accept it. If it needs to be repaired, we cannot accept it because there is no one to repair it.
Okay, so what's the number for VIU said?
The number to call is 340-692-4267 or 340-692-4266.
Okay, 66 and 67. All right, good thing. All right, it's about 6 minutes before the hour. And I've been fortunate to have my mom here with me for about a month. And in some cases, you ain't been seeing me because, well, it was mommy. Not mommy fault, it was mommy. I ain't want to go home and get no licks. Okay, I'll 93 plus years a horse still good enough to pick up that leather strap. So I have to behave
Yeah,
myself.
she ain't got to pick up the strap, man. Lena might too.
No. That's why me introduce you to her. 'Kay, you will give her tools that gonna wreak what I consider violence on my skin. I ain't able with that.
Nah, man.
You know, I appreciate your helpfulness, Gerard, but we decline respectfully and gracefully, okay? All right, folks. Only on WSTX. You got a couple of people like Doug and Jerry here doing it with you and for you, okay? So, you don't have to call in. Our egos are not tied up to the phone line or anything like that. And I do appreciate meeting you on the street and talking about one thing or the other that we talk about on this show, even though you could have picked up the phone and call. We don't feel no way about. We love the community in that regards. Okay.
Son, I hear, but wait, your dog gonna behave? I hear, I don't know. I was like, wait, you are listening?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm listening all the time. Like, okay.
From all over, Jerry. From all over. So we're here for 2025, and Creator willing, we will continue to hold strain and keep this thing going. All right. It's just one of those things. Once you start meeting good people and enjoying good company, there's a certain thing that says you will want to continue doing it. You know what that thing is, Gerard?
What's that?
You forget. Just cause it was last year is the last time we talk about it. But I talking about human nature.
Human nature?
Human nature. All right. The kind that is in this case reflected in music via rhythm section, Marvin David and his folks. Yeah. Human nature. It's just one of those things musically that's relaxing, and otherwise, if you haven't listened to Marvin David and his crew out there playing music, whenever you hear of Jazz Vespers going on at the St. Croix Reformed Church, definitely go and check them out. They also, from time to time, play at places like Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts and other venues. They were playing down there at the day of the food fair. Okay.
Okay, I didn't even know.
Yeah, good music, and that's the whole point of it, is good music. So there's this one song that we play all the time, and it's called Human Nature. Yeah, some things is human nature, but some things they have folks trying to pawn off as human nature, and it ain't nothing natural at all about it, okay? So,
You wrong.
I rang? Well, I can't always be right, okay? But anyhow, let's get going here and let these musicians take us out. For those of you who are watching us on Facebook and on YouTube, it's a little send-off as we go out into the year here. All right, good thing.
Find us on the World Wide Web at www.wstxradio.com. WSTX AM and FM stream all conscious reggae and Virgin Islands news, talk, calypso, and Quelbe 24/7, 365 on www.wstxradio.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. WSTX, the soul of the Caribbean.
Looking to elevate your island home? Discover Enzo Indigo, a specialty furniture and home goods store nestled in the heart of Gallows Bay, St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Step into a beautifully curated space that embodies the essence of style and elegance. Inspired by the Zen symbol, Enzo represents strength in the artistry of creation, and you'll feel it the moment you walk through our doors. At Enzo Indigo, we offer an exquisite selection of high-end linens, tableware, bedding, and candles to help you style your island home. Discover cozy throw pillows, unique decor pieces, and stunning furnishings that embody island living. Looking for the perfect gift? Browse our luxurious bath and body products, beautiful jewelry, Java wrap sarongs, crystals, and soothing Japanese incense. Can't find what you're looking for? No problem. Special orders are available to bring your vision to life. Enzo Indigo. Visit us at Gallows Bay, East End, St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Call us 340